right? We know what that sounds like. Now, and I'm not trying to play right. I'm just exploring the sounds, okay? Now, here, okay? Now, I just want to get familiar with that sound, because what happens with most of you, you hear that sound and you leave it. You don't spend any time with it. You're scared of it. Stay there for a while and get comfortable. Make music with it. Now here's the neat thing. Here's why I love these out notes, right? He's in the key of G minor and I'm playing a major 7. That's out. But what's on either side of it? A right note. So whenever I hear that weird sound, I can slide it in either direction. Right? Listen. Keep listening. Now here's something that's really cool. What you'll notice is the G flat doesn't sound wrong anymore. Isn't that cool? Sounds right now, because now you know where it's going. Okay? It sounds good now, right? So what I did is I made a mistake, but I wasn't afraid of it. And I know that there's a right note on either side, so I slid it in either way, and it sounds right. And then I keep doing that. And all of a sudden, that mistake gets corrected to where it's not a mistake anymore. So the listener who first heard that note all of a sudden goes, ah, I get it. That's the way you can correct mistakes after you've made them. Now, if I hit that note and then I start jumping around, I lose the rhythm, my articulation's bad, my tone's bad, and I mess up 2 through 10, it'll sound like a mistake. But if I hit that wrong note and 2 through 10 is still okay, no one will care. All right, let's keep going. So, all right. So basically, I'm going to speed it up. Let's say I go through every note and I spend time with it, really listening, okay? Now what I do is I take the chromatic scale and I try to make it musical, all right? A lot of us are taught to use the scale of the key and make music. That's the G minor scale. I say do the same thing with the chromatic scale. Right? 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 Back up. Note's not wrong anymore. For me, if I find a note that's out, I love it. Because when I go to a right note, it sounds so good. Kind of cool, right? Not hard.
Very cool.
Not hard. Really, that should be liberating because I don't have to choose what note is next. It's just a chromatic scale.
One of the things, like Victor said earlier, we have to start trying to incorporate that scale in our practice. None of us practice that scale because you can get some interesting things with that scale. The prefix chroma means color. If you want to add color to your playing, you add it by adding the chromatic scale to your playing.
That's heavy. The scale is telling you, you know. If you just think about it, if we only, in this key, only play the right notes, those 7 right notes, right, there's not going to be a whole lot of color there. But the chromatic scale is telling you to add color. You have to add in those other 5 notes. So I say if you practice any scale, practice that one. Cool? I'm going to show you one other thing